Shortly, the Chancellor, the Honourable Michael Egan AO, and the academic procession will enter the graduation hall. When they've taken up their positions on stage, the national anthem will be played. We ask that you stand and join in the singing of Advance Australia Fair.
Please be seated. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite Chris Tobin, representative of the Darug people, to offer the traditional welcome to country.
Thank you. Budji Mulinawul, everyone. Good morning. And Nalawa. Welcome to the lands of the Wallamedigal. I belong to one of the local Aboriginal families of the Darug people, the traditional custodians over this part of the country. I wish to firstly pay my respects to the country and its people, and to thank the university for its acknowledgement of us and the invitation to welcome you here today. That acknowledgement is important for our people and much appreciated. My family descend from Yarramundi, a respected elder and cleverman of the Burrabrongal clan during the early years of colonisation. He saw that our survival in this new world could best be secured if we could learn more about it. So he enrolled his daughter, Bulungari, or Maria, into the Native Institute, a school set up in 1815 by Governor Macquarie, offering formal education to Aboriginal children. Maria studied there for several years and used her newly acquired knowledge to lobby and ultimately secure some land for herself and her family out along the Richmond Road. Other Aboriginal families soon joined them, and it became known as the Blackstown, where the present-day city of Blacktown gets its name from. We're very proud of her, as I'm sure your families are of you here today. And with good reason. Your success is our success. Your advancement, our advancement. Now, that was probably better understood in traditional times when camp groups were smaller and clan groups abided by strict sharing laws, which meant that the food that you caught and brought back was distributed throughout the rest of the camp. Your skills and good fortune were thus enjoyed by all. Your efforts literally nourished the rest of the community, and you in turn were looked after by them. Yes, we can live quite beautifully when we work together. Our Aboriginal ancestors certainly lived well in many respects, and I use occasions like this to offer them to yourselves as a model or a benchmark on how good to expect our lives. You see, when Captain Cook arrived here a little over 200 years ago, the people he encountered he described as one of the happiest people he'd ever met. They owned nothing, he wrote, but the tools they carried. They made shelters from the bark of trees without cutting them down, and harvested food from the earth without excessive tilling or clearing. Now, these were not primitive societies, but ancient cultures. There was no slavery, no rich and poor, no rents, no jails, and no homelessness. People cooperated to collect the resources that were needed, which were then shared out according to strict Aboriginal law. Our lands were maintained in their natural state with fire and responsible harvesting. Our rivers and waterways kept clean and unpolluted, with people drinking out of them as they have done here for the past 20,000 years. Now remember, this is not a dream or an ideal, this is normal life. It was for the longest time and not that long ago. And I don't see any reason why we should expect less for ourselves and our children than what our ancestors enjoyed. Admittedly, there's a lot more of us now, but we're a clever people and there's still much magic in the world, I believe. So graduates, I would say expect great and wonderful things from your life. Life is normally good and we are a naturally happy people. So share your gifts with the rest of us. Keep following that beautiful spirit within you that got you this far. And I'm confident that together we can put together a world and a future that we can be proud of, and one that is worthy of our children. We can all do our bit. I'll do mine by winding up and letting you graduate. I just want to say congratulations to all of you and all the best in our collective futures. Thank you. Welcome to country.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to introduce the Chancellor of Macquarie University, the Honourable Michael Egan, AO.
Thank you, Chris Tobin, for your welcome to country. Well, graduands, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. First, I want to thank all of you for coming. A graduation ceremony is a very important celebration of achievement. The achievements, of course, of our graduands, but also, I might say, of the university as well. So it's very good that you're here, and I'm very grateful that you are. I also want to especially thank those of you who have brought children with you. It's good for them that they're here, because their memories of today and of the importance of today may one day be the thing that inspires them to emulate the successes of today's graduands. And their presence is also good for us, because every celebration is enhanced by the presence of children. Now, unless children have changed enormously since I was a child, few of them will be able to stay quiet or still for the duration of the ceremony. And I don't expect them to, I don't want them to, and I don't want parents to worry if they don't. They are most welcome, and please let them run around and make as much commotion as they like. I can assure you none of us will be bothered by it. And if there are any, I don't hear any babies here today. Usually you can hear a baby cry. But if we do have any babies, they're allowed to scream their heads off too. Because we know from long experience that if a baby cries during a graduation ceremony, they're back within about 25 years to take out their first PhD. So it's something we encourage. Now, the most important thing today is that our graduands have a great day. I hope today will be a very memorable one and a very happy one for all of you. But you will only enjoy the day if you all relax. Most of you do look relaxed, but some of you look as nervous as though you were about to go into the exam room rather than collect your degree. So please, there's nothing to worry about. Nothing, well, I suppose some things can go wrong. Occasionally people come up here and trip. Well, that's okay. That's why all these people are all dressed up to the nines. Their job is to pick you up and send you on if you fall over. And occasionally a mortarboard falls off. Well, that's easily fixed too. So there's really nothing to worry about. So just sit back, relax and enjoy the day because you deserve to. You deserve to take pride, great pride in your graduation. Completing a degree is never easy. You need an intelligent and inquiring mind. You need determination and perseverance, and you need to make many sacrifices. So welcome and congratulations to each and every one of you. I also want to congratulate all of you who are here as guests of our graduands. The very fact that you're here, the fact that you have been invited by one of our graduands to share one of the great days of their lives is proof positive that you have been very important in their lives and in the successes that we celebrate today. And I don't want you to think either that observing today's graduation is the end of your role. I have another important service for you to perform for our newest graduates as they will soon become. I want you to make sure that the degrees they receive today are never ever put in a bottom drawer, but are always proudly displayed in a position of prominence. In other words, if our graduands are too self-effacing to proclaim their own success, you make sure you do it for them. Now, the ceremony that we're about to participate in is one of the world's oldest social rituals. For centuries, graduates have been donning robes much like the ones our graduands are wearing today and participating in ceremonies just like this one. Indeed, there are some 50 universities in the world which can trace their history back more than 500 years. Now, Macquarie obviously is not one of them. We're a very young university. We celebrated our 50th Jubilee in 2014. We proudly take our name from Australia's greatest colonial governor, Governor Lachlan Macquarie, a man whose greatness and achievements were never acknowledged by his contemporaries, but only by history. Those of us who went to school in New South Wales were taught that Macquarie was a great builder, but his greatest legacy had nothing to do with bricks and mortar. It was the ethos he established, much to the annoyance of the British authorities, of an egalitarian society. Because it was Macquarie's insistence that in this fledgling convict colony there be no distinction between the free and the freed that was the foundation of the Australian notion of a fair go for all. And that is a legacy that here at Macquarie we will always aim to maintain and honour. After our first 54 years, we now have more than 184,000 Macquarie graduates living in 142 countries. Macquarie is a very modern and outward-looking university. We're now ranked in the top 2% of the world's universities. From our beginnings, we have defied the traditional boundaries of academia. We have pioneered and continue to pioneer learning and teaching approaches that challenge conventions and shift thinking. Our students play a major role in their own learning and are empowered to guide what, and how they learn. We're also research pioneers. Our framework for the future, world-leading research with world-changing impact, is brought to life by renowned researchers whose bold and innovative solutions to issues of global significance are of enormous benefit to the world we live in. And by the way, that's not an idle boast. I'm sure at some stage almost everyone here makes use of Wi-Fi. Now, Wi-Fi was developed not at Oxford University or Harvard University or the ANU or Sydney University. No, Wi-Fi was developed by Macquarie University scientists in conjunction with scientists from the CSIRO. That's something we're very proud of. And the research that is currently underway at Macquarie is no less significant. I'm sure all of you will be aware of the very recent death of Professor Stephen Hawking, a brilliant scientist and a marvellous and inspiring man. The disease he fought almost all of his life was motor neurone disease, and I'm very proud to say that our Faculty of Medicine and Health Sciences is at the forefront. In fact, I think it's fair to say we are the Australian leader in helping to find a cure for that dreadful disease. And believe it or not, some of our researchers are even working on an innovation that will prevent shark attacks on surfers, which I'm sure will be good news to all the young people who ride their surfboards up and down our coast. In fact, we have countless research projects underway, all of which have enormous potential to add to the world's knowledge and well-being. We're also proud of some of our new or relatively new facilities, including our Australian Hearing Hub, our library and our hospital. We are the only university in Australia which owns and operates its own hospital. But we have a lot more to do to make sure that all of our facilities are fit for purpose. That's why when you arrived here today, you may have thought for a moment that you were visiting a war zone. The big hole in the ground outside, just behind me, is the site of our new central courtyard, which will house new food and beverage facilities, other social and study areas, as well as on-campus student accommodation. A little further away, our arts faculty building, one of our oldest, has been completely gutted and will be replaced by a new arts precinct, which will also include new spaces for our superb museums and galleries. So we're looking forward and we're on the move. Here at Macquarie, we have a very clear and straightforward mission, and that mission is to transform people's lives and to improve the lives not just of our own students, but also of people all around the globe by the work and achievements of our graduates and by the fruit of our research. We want Macquarie always to be a leader in teaching and learning and a leader in the accumulation of knowledge and understanding. In other words, an ideal community of scholars. And graduands, in just a few minutes, it will be my very great honour to confer your degrees upon you and welcome you as lifelong members of that community of scholars we proudly call Macquarie University. Now, graduands and ladies and gentlemen, it is our pleasure at today's ceremony to honour, in accordance with a resolution of the University Council, Mr. Lee C. Lim for admission to the degree of Doctor of Business Honoris Causa of Macquarie University. I now invite Professor Bruce Doughton, the Vice-Chancellor, to read the citation. Professor Doughton.
I invite Mr. Lee C. Lim to please stand for the citation. Chancellor, Mr. Lee C. Lim is an eminent South Chinese businessman with extensive commitments to intergenerational opportunity, cross-cultural understanding, and equal access to quality education. Mr. Lee was born in Hong Kong and graduated from the Chinese University of Hong Kong with a Bachelor of Mathematics. He began his career in the financial sector trading securities. He recognised the opportunities emerging in Chinese real estate sector during the 1980s and founded his first real estate company, Tianli Properties, in 1993. Tianli was the predecessor to Guangzhou R&F Properties Company, a listed company on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange, of which Mr. Lee is the chairman. Mr. Lee was instrumental in establishing the company's global portfolio of property development. Under his leadership, over the past 20 years, R&F Properties' presence has expanded outside China to the United Kingdom, Australia, Malaysia, and South Korea. The company has established itself as a leading developer in China of residential, commercial property, hotels, and shopping malls. Having recently entered into the acquisition of a large portfolio of hotels in China, R&F Properties will become the largest owner globally of hotels under management. Mr. Lee has built an equally remarkable reputation by pursuing his own philanthropic objectives in higher education and sharing his expertise as a visiting scholar at a range of universities. He has made contributions to Chinese and Hong Kong charities since 2010, personally and on behalf of R&F Properties. Mr. Lee's commitment to education has seen his philanthropy extend to numerous universities and schools and enrich the lives of hundreds of students, many of whom are able to engage in activities across Europe, China, Southeast Asia, and now indeed Australia. Mr. Lee is a major supporter of Macquarie University in Asia, and his participation in the Vice-Chancellor and President's Circle, Asia, enhances existing connections between this university, China, and Hong Kong. Mr. Lee, the Mr. Lee C. Lim Macquarie University Mobility Scholarship Fund allows Macquarie University to award transformative mobility scholarships that will advance and foster the education experience of students, either directly or through exchange programs. These scholarships focus on supporting those in need, especially financial need, to further their studies and student experience through Macquarie University. Mr. Lee C. Lim, his wife and children are leaders in their broader communities in Hong Kong and Guangzhou. Mr. Lee has held a number of prominent positions in significant industry and charitable organisations in these communities. He is a man with a deep love for his country, its people, and especially for the youth of the world, whom he believes deserve to have an outstanding education. Chancellor, it is with extraordinary pleasure that I present to you for the award of the degree Doctor of Business honoris causa, Mr. Lee C. Lim.
Mr. Lee C. Lim, in the name of the Council of Macquarie University and by my authority as Chancellor, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Business honoris causa. Congratulations, Dr. Lim. Dr. Lee, I now invite you to give the occasional address.
Thank you. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, esteemed members of the faculty, graduates, and distinguished guests, good morning. I'm very privileged and honored to be accepting this doctorate degree bestowed upon me by Macquarie University. I must take this opportunity to thank Macquarie University for this great honor, and the Honorable Sir David Lee for his kind nomination. I'm humbled by the honor and accept this doctorate degree, knowing that it carries a high responsibility associated with what it represents and the Macquarie University name. Renowned for its world-class innovation and research excellence, Macquarie University's young 50 years history has been a training ground for high-caliber individuals that shape the leaders of tomorrow. I must congratulate all of you, and I'm proud to be accepting this honor, along with the graduates sitting before me. And I look forward to seeing the contributions that you will make to the society. Over 4 decades ago, I was just like one of you, sitting down there awaiting for my graduation degree. I studied mathematics in university. You have to understand back in those days, getting into university was like rocket science, and doing math is way more nerdy than you would have thought. I've always been very sensitive to numbers, and thus I enrolled into this major with no hesitation. Now you may have a question in mind. How did I end up being a businessman in the mainland Chinese property sector, when my major has nothing to do with business? Especially when I was 100% raised and was educated in Hong Kong. The answer is, fortunate or unfortunate enough, the major you enrolled into at university does not necessarily tie to what you end up doing in society. The essence of attending a university is to nurture you with sensibility, motivate your logical and intellectual thinking, allow you to meet people around the group from different walks of life, learn to oppose and raise the voice of certain things you do not agree to if you have another point of view. I was never aspired to becoming a mathematician. I studied math because I genuinely like numbers, and I know I was very good at it. I knew it when I was young that I wanted to make money and to make a change in my life. I saw an opportunity coming. My business partner, who was a friend of mine back then, came to me in 1992 and said, "Let's do property business in China." It was a quick decision, but I knew if I did not do it, I would have probably missed it. Fast forward time to today, around 9 months ago, my company, Guangzhou R&F Properties, made one of the most eye-catching deals in China, where we happily acquired 71 hotels from Wanda Group at the price of RMB 19 billion, at a 40% discount to NAV. Again, it was a quick decision, but I knew if I did not act fast enough, this may have slipped out of our hands. These 2 simple stories tell us 2 things. Firstly, always stay true to yourself. There will always be tons of people giving you advice on things that you do, asking you to think carefully before you act. The truth is, life is full of risks and challenges, and it is with faith and with a certain degree of aggressiveness that will lead you to success. At critical moments, when you were only given a very short period of time to make a decision, honestly, you have no choice but to follow your heart and your gut feeling. However, this does not mean you can be reckless and do things irrationally. This means at your time of ease, you should also be reading and equipping yourself with knowledge and sensibility. Success does not come in with pure luck. This is when your university education and experience work the miracle and enlighten you with logical and critical thinking. This is how university education gives you the power and strength to make a correct decision. Secondly, 2 is always better than 1. Be open about working with a teammate or partner. Never be afraid to share with a partner whom gives you great value. 1 is never perfect, and you can never tackle a task on your own. Some may argue, "Oh, I work better individually." That may be true when it comes to a short-term project or coursework, but in the long run, it's always important to have a partner who's willing to complement your weakness and shortcomings, who will in turn bring you great synergies. I can never do things that my partner can do, and so does he. Do not be afraid to share fruits with a great friend. Today, you're surrounded with tons of friends and graduates around you, whom one day you may find great value in them, as a business partner, as a great friend, or a lifelong companion. On that note, I would like to once again congratulate all the graduates today for achieving this milestone, and I wish you every success in the future. I wish you all the best for your lives. Embrace the challenges, find your purpose, and take charge in your lives. My best wishes are with you. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Dr. Lee, for a marvellous occasional address. And as Dr. Lee points out, the benefit of education, the benefit of a university degree, is not just the knowledge that you acquire in a narrow area. The real benefit is the skills and attributes that you acquire. And once you do that, you can tackle almost any problem using those skills. I thought I misheard when Dr. Lee said that his company owns 71 hotels, but he confirms that it's true. Now, it strikes me that's more hotels than President Trump probably owns, and I bet his hotels are a lot better too. I think we should give Dr. Lee a great round of applause for a great occasional address. Well, we now come to the key part of the ceremony, the reason that we're here, and that's the conferring of degrees. And I mentioned earlier that our graduands had absolutely nothing to worry about. They have, I'm told, all passed their exams. But it is the only part of the ceremony that worries me a little bit, because I was assured many years ago by one of Australia's best legal minds that if I conferred a degree on someone who was not entitled to receive it, it was extraordinarily difficult for me to take it back. So I have to make sure that each and every one of you are eligible to graduate today, and that each and every one of you were never late in submitting an assignment or skipped a class. I'm going to call upon the registrar to give me those assurances. Gail.
Chancellor, I certify that all of the candidates being presented here today and those who are absent have satisfied the requirements of the Academic Senate for the degrees they are to be awarded. Would all candidates for admission to degrees please stand? That's all.
That's you?
That's all of you.
Graduands, in the name of the Council of Macquarie University and by my authority as Chancellor, I admit each of you present and those who are absent to the degrees for which you have qualified. Graduates, congratulations.
Please be seated. Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Faculty of Business and Economics. And I now call on Professor Leonie Tickle, Interim Associate Dean, Learning and Teaching of the Faculty of Business and Economics, to present the graduates. Professor Tickle.
Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Faculty of Business and Economics. The Faculty of Business and Economics is the largest faculty at Macquarie University and one of the largest in Australia. It includes the Departments of Accounting and Corporate Governance, Actuarial Studies and Business Analytics, Applied Finance, Economics, Marketing and Management. We are an applied, engaged and global business school. Our role is to create knowledge through applied research in the areas of marketing, management, finance, economics, actuarial studies and accounting. Working with our academic and corporate partners, students and alumni, We create and share research that addresses business and societal challenges. Our programs are innovative and include engagement with industry as well as the development of employability skills. The skills developed are in demand globally. Our programs are recognised and accredited by key industry bodies, and we enjoy a strong reputation amongst the business and professional communities. Our graduates have starting salaries well above the average for all Australian business schools. These graduates have the skills, knowledge and purpose to make a positive contribution to their families, to their communities and to the world. Chancellor, I'm proud to present to you the graduates from the Faculty of Business and Economics whom you have admitted to degrees. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration with the Bachelor of Commerce Professional Accounting, Dylan Raymond O'Sullivan. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Mark Allo. Mitchell Andrew. Michele Aletti. Amanda Ayub. Zain Ayub. Andrew Cameron Bados. Lucas William Bittman. Lynette Bonacorso. Taylor Cahill. Jack Carlton. Cassandra Castro. Kin Chong Chan. Stephen John Cheddard. Evans Chen. Jimin Chen. Xiao Xuan Chen. Xiao Yu Chen. Patrick James Chedham. Ka Wang Chin. Tiana Chirif. Simone Crichton. James Crombie. Ethan Max Crouch. Vanessa Cusumano. Jonathan Daskalakis. Freya Deva. Zerchi Deng. Tammy Diep. Nguyen Thuy Hoang Do. Ishwarya Dogra. Mena Ibrahimi. Elizabeth Eccles. Novin Etashami. Fang Fang. Millie Yuan Rong Fang. Jody Fernando. Laura Gorsica. Dana Marie Hanley. Mitchell Charles Hanson. Nicholas Alexander Hartland. Zhou Liang He. David Hills. Sunita Hirani. David Ho. Guang Hung Ho. Alfred Hu. Tui Nop Han Michelle Huyen. Brooke Ianello. Sebastian Buddy Isaac. Benjamin Jacobson. Andrew Carshrow. Emma Lauren Kong. David Cosmo. Michael Kuna. Jeremy Kwok. Yuet Na Asifa Kwong. Alexander Alfio Leonardi. Mary Joy Leung Shing. Luke Anthony Levy. Jiao Li. Run Tian Li. Sir Ya Li. Shu Wen Grace Lee. Tao Liang. Melvin Haja Putra Lee. Jessica Linder. Hao Yue Liu. Li Wen Liu. Chloe Long. David Long. Hao Lu. Xuan Luo. Shane Brian Machon. Carl George Madarash. Sophie Mai. Shehzad Aninda Majumdar. Darren Muck. Rhiannon Rebecca Malone. Daniel Manera. Shannon Martin. Sarah Maleka. George John Murad. Hamza Mohammed. Riza Nosheen Mushrafi. Matthew Barry Napier. Sarah Nasser. Brandon Aaron Nagat. Clinton Nguyen. Rory Joseph O'Brien. Kensel Paul Alandris. Nicola Orphanidis. Lehan O. Alyan Pard. Angelou Ann Basa Paras. Young Horn Park. Rebecca Pearce. Katrina Susan Phillip. Prashilta Prahalad. Tarun Rajan. Gemma Raymond. Joshua Regoli. Candace Reynez. Angus John Reynolds. Natalie Rabosa. Samantha Jane Roberts. Tessa Mary Robinson. Bronte Kate Rogers. Elise Rowe. Trent Michael Samuels. Dorothy Santos. Trisha Sanjay Saraday. Kaylee Seagull. Maxwell Seppelt. Isabella Serkan. Stephanie Ann Silva. Pritam Singh. Aaron Xiao. Lachlan Philip Lindsay Sykes Smith. Rachel Therese Smith. Ching Yun Sung. Young Sung. Kian Steer. Nicholas David Stevens. Sheng Su. Yan Sun. Tapdara Adrian Silaprane. Eddie Jiang Tang. Cindy Huang Yan Zhang. Dustin Tran. Jason Tran. Jeremy Tran. Selena MJ Tran. Billy Tsay. Adriana Wabe. Henry Francis Walkerden. Philip Michael Warren. Bronte Wiles. Anna Elizabeth Williams. Sophie Ellen Williams. Christopher Weira. Caitlin Maureen Wood. Wen Bin Wu. Lu Ying Xia. Yi Yo Xie. Alvin Yap. Michelle Hannah Yip. Ka Wa Yuan. Jing Yu Zhern. Ge Ge Zhang. Lin Zhang. Yan Ling Zhang. Madeline Rose Zilhart. Dominic Slavko Zuro. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Professional Accounting, Lee Khan Ha. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Marketing and Media, Michelle Ka Yan Kwok. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Research, Mohammed Al-Mutari, for a thesis entitled The Power of Who You Know, an explorative study of wasta and justice perceptions in Saudi universities. Amrita Gautam for a thesis entitled Voice Without Voice, a case study of 3 Australian childcare centres. Nop An Feng Lei for a thesis entitled Designing Business Models for Value Co-Creation in Emerging Markets, a case study of Indigenous firms in Vietnam. Mojde Tevanayan for a thesis entitled The Emperor Has No Clothes On, Repoliticising Diversity Management Through an Understanding of the Effects of Racism on Australian Muslims. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Dr. Sally Hawes, for a thesis entitled Organisational Transition to Work Programs for New Career Engineers. Dr. Priscilla Ang Leanne Murphy Tu for a thesis entitled Understanding Mathematical Self-Efficacy, Student Approaches to Learning and Conceptions of Mathematics in Learning Mathematics. Dr. Glenn Brian Powell for a thesis entitled Building Leadership Capacity for Social Inclusion, 3 case studies. Dr. David Eliezer Rosenbaum for a thesis entitled The Enduring Challenge of Change Management, New Perspectives from Non-Profit Healthcare Practice. Dr. Alexander Kusmaili Tevi for a thesis entitled A Rhetoric Theory Approach to the Advertising Development Process, using ideation techniques to overcome limitations of client quality, motivation and media. Dr. Sir Young for a thesis entitled Migrant Settlement Intentions in Host Cities in China. Chancellor, that completes this morning's presentation of the graduates from the Faculty of Business and Economics.
Chancellor, I call on Ms Novan Edashami, who has graduated today with a Bachelor of Commerce, to speak on behalf of the graduating group. Ms Edashami.
Good morning, Chancellor, distinguished guests, members of the university, fellow graduates, and each of our loved ones in attendance. I am honoured to stand in front of you all today and speak on behalf of my fellow graduates. Today's ceremony represents a collective triumph of a diverse group of individuals. Graduating is a major achievement, and I don't mean this as a cliche. For all of us, seemingly insurmountable obstacles have been overcome during the course of our degree, which has enabled us to reach this point today. Congratulations. This year is my year. This year, I'm going to attend every single lecture. Anyone else familiar with this statement? I remember walking onto campus squeaky clean and with inspirational Tumblr quotes imprinted into my memory. My second day was a complete 180 from day one. The inspirational quotes were soon replaced with the ever so reassuring P's get degrees, and all I could think about was when the next U-Bar party would be on. In my second year, I decided to become more decisive. I settled on completing a Bachelor of Commerce. I was ready to get my life together. Then came my third year, the year of further confusion. This was the year I went on a European adventure and found myself. Upon my return, I started questioning the importance of completing a degree and began to seriously research how to become a travel Instagrammer. It isn't easy. Ultimately, it dawned on me that in my attempts to sidestep adversity, I was missing out on the greatest learning experience, discovering who I am as a person and how to deal with difficult situations. It became apparent to me from then on that I needed to lean in. What this means is that the outcome is not what defines you, but rather how you embrace your situation, be it for better or worse. In university and in life, the decisions we make aren't always black or white. It's okay to be confused and imperfect. Don't be too hard on yourself or others. Take advantage of all life's opportunities, be it big or small, because time is luck, so don't waste it living someone else's dream. The opportunity to grow wouldn't have been possible for me without the support of certain individuals and groups. Firstly, thank you to the Macquarie University Academia for your support over the years. The Inspiring Lucy Mentoring Program, in particular the Boss Ladies Christine and Christy, and the Opportunistic PACE Program both opened pathways into the corporate world for me that I couldn't have unlocked myself. On behalf of my fellow graduates, I would like to send much love and gratitude towards our families. Thank you for your guidance since birth. To my own mum, dad, and brother, I would like to thank them in Farsi. از زحمتی که برام کشیدین ممنونم. خیلی دوستتون دارم. Udi, thank you so much for motivating me and supporting me. Lastly, to my superstar best friends that I love so much, and to my amazing fellow graduates, thank you for all your support and pushing me out of shadows of self-doubt, and for experiencing university with me. It wouldn't have been the same without you all. Today is a massive achievement in our lives. Never forget those that helped you get here. Graduates, I know that you're all destined for greatness. You have the ability to change the world. There are infinite pressing issues in today's society. Please always remember to use your education and skills to help those who are not able to do so themselves. Thank you so much, and we're out. Yes.
Well done, Novan. Congratulations on a fine speech and congratulations on your commerce degree. And you clearly have a very proud family here, and they should be proud of you too. So congratulations on your choice of family. Good on you. I think she deserves another great round of applause. Well, now that wasn't too bad, was it? That glorious voice, ladies and gentlemen, belongs to Angela Brewer. And we're very fortunate here at Macquarie because Angela sings at most of our graduations, but occasionally, for one reason or another, she can't make it. So you're very fortunate today that today was one of the days when she could make it, because when Angela can't come, I do the singing. I think she deserves another great round of applause. And so too do our fabulous musicians, Dr. James Forsyth on the organ, and on the Chinese transverse flute, Dr. Chai Chang Ning. I'd also like to thank our alumni volunteers, some are sitting over there and some are over there, who come along to our graduations to help organise things and make sure that everything goes smoothly at your graduation. I'm sure you'd like to thank them too. And sitting behind me are representatives of our academic community who, of course, have been absolutely vital for your journey here at Macquarie. I'm sure you'd like to thank them as well. Well, graduates, this ceremony marks the end of one stage in your relationship with Macquarie University, but it is certainly not the end of your association with Macquarie. From today on, for the rest of your lives, you are part of the bigger Macquarie family, which is our alumni, and part of the network of over 184,000 Macquarie alumni spanning the globe. We'll keep in touch with you through our alumni program, which is focused on lifelong learning, lifelong support, and lifelong connections. Our commitment to you is to help you keep in touch and engaged with Macquarie throughout your life. And please, graduates, do make sure that you come back to Macquarie, either to undertake more study or attend alumni events or use our aquatic and fitness facilities, or even, if you like, just to enjoy a picnic down by the lake. Well, graduates, the award of a university degree carries many opportunities and privileges, but like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. Believe it or not, you, each and every one of you, can change the world. And you don't have to be a Nobel Prize winner to do it either, although that would help, because almost everything you do in your homes, in your workplaces and in your communities matters and can make a huge difference. The consequences of every effort, every action, large or small, can reverberate throughout society, through the decades, indeed the centuries. Even something as simple as a kind word or a kind gesture can often be the spark that ignites a great life or a great career or a great achievement. So as Chancellor of Macquarie University, I charge you to use what you have learned, not only for your own benefit, but also for the benefit of the community. I charge you to use the skills and knowledge you have acquired with rigour and integrity, and to commit yourselves to a program of lifelong learning and inquiry. I charge you to recognise the worth and dignity of all people, particularly those who have not had the opportunities that you've enjoyed. I charge you to set high goals and to continue the hard work that has brought you so far. I charge you, wherever you go, go with all your heart. And in all you do, I charge you to uphold the good name of Macquarie University. I hope also that you'll always remember the people who have helped you along the way, many of whom, of course, are here with you today to help you celebrate your achievement. So to acknowledge their contribution and thank them for it, I'm now going to ask you to do a couple of things. Graduates, would you now please stand? Now I'd like you to put your degrees on the seats behind you so that your hands are free, and I'd now like you to turn to face your families and your friends. And now I ask you to give them a mighty round of applause. Well, graduates, you can turn around now, but please don't sit down because we'll be leaving in just a moment, but please don't forget to pick up your degrees. Well, ladies and gentlemen, shortly I will lead the official party out through the centre aisle, and I will be followed, and the official party will be followed by all of the graduates, and I'd then invite all of you to join the academic procession down through the centre aisle and out down through the university grounds to the Macquarie. And I do hope that you will all join us for some light refreshments. We have things for the adults, and we have some lovely ice creams and fairy floss for the children and people like me. So please do join us. I would now invite everyone to please stand, and please remain standing until the last graduate has processed out. Well, graduates, I wish you the very best for the future. And in the words of the old Irish blessing, may the road rise up to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face and rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Graduates, congratulations and good luck.